Okay, back to business. Now, basically, what we have here on the one of the first videos, I did a video on the cube, and what the cube was showing was, just mapping out a plan. Just getting kind of a basic idea of, just what you want to do, where you want to go, and how to fill up the cube. Like I said, the cube could be used as both it doesn't necessarily have to mean financial, but it can also be used for project management, relationship, business, and otherwise, you name it. But this is something else that I had taught somebody. And basically, what it is it's just a thing that helps you out as a roadmap. What you see is dominoes right here. Now, the key is to knock all the dominoes down in order, and it'll help you kind of organize what you're doing. I mean, it's very simple. What you see is basically, think of these dominoes as your in order to make it really unstable and heavy and tilt in order to knock over the next domino, you have to fill up every dot. Doesn't matter the order, doesn't matter, each of these. Like, say for instance, to fill up your cube, think of those cubes in the first video that I did called the cube. Think of each of those cubes having a set of dominoes that have to be knocked over in order to fill the cube. Keep in mind, the whole object is to fill the entire cube. Well, the thing is, this will kind of help you organize what to do. The key is in order to fill the cube, all the dominoes, and each section of the cube, of the Rubik's Cube, has, like I said, a row of dominoes. In order to fill it up, you have to fill each one of these little spots full of water, basically. And it'll knock the next domino over, and the next one over, and the next one over, and the next one over, and the next one, until the whole row is down. It doesn't matter which one you do first. It's just each of these are small little projects in and of themselves. Or they could have little cubes in and of themselves. It doesn't matter how you organize this. But the thing is each of these little projects in and of themselves, once you fill that up, that means you filled them in. Now, keep in mind, this one project could be, it could be manufacturing something you want to sell. These could be each of the little missions or a task in order to fill up that entire, or in order to make that one. Like, one of these little dots could be assemble the product. Next one could be gather the resource. The next one could be, go ahead and get ready for shipping. One could be, or bringing in materials. One could be, the cleaning up of the place. One could be, it doesn't matter. That's just, it could be, it doesn't matter. Say that one domino is manufacturing. This domino right here might be selling the project. That domino might be marketing. That domino right there might be inventory. This domino right there might be, the cataloging. This might be the, risk return, or the defective dominoes you have to fix. It doesn't matter how you do it. But each one of these little holes is the task within that domino. So they have to be filled up with water. Once that task is done, you knock over, and keep in mind, every time, these could be something that is a continual nature. So the dominoes are continually being knocked over, and you're continually being, putting back new dominoes. It could be something that happens once, and so that cube is filled up and onto the next cube. So it depends on your project. Like, for instance, say this is finances, and you want to do some investments. And remember, each cube is, a different risk return as well as time frame. So in here, you might say, okay, and this is the first part of my investment. It might be you want to build a portfolio, and you want to say, I want to. I want to maximize whatever, say you're investing in something, whether it's an equity or future or whatnot. And this one domino could be, okay, before I go in to do the next step, or the next trading, or the next investment, I have to take out this one step. And this first step might be looking at and researching the stock, or researching the commodity, or researching your trading strategy, or whatever. And these little pieces, like here might be, what is the, the methodology, these three dominoes right here, and this might be the returns on it. This might be your Sharpe ratio, or it could be, like, for instance, it could be your expected risk to return. This right here would be realized risk to return over back testing or something. Doesn't matter, but you knock that over, then you get to the next domino. And the next domino could be a mirror of this, but into, basically a refined version. This could be, you could start very rough cut version here, and the refined version of the dominoes could be at the very back. So basically, each one of these could be the same thing, but it's just that now you're getting clearer and clearer to an optimized trading strategy or portfolio or something of that nature. So I mean, it doesn't matter how you set it up. The bottom line is each one of these are the tasks within that one cube or within that one project or whatever you want to call it. These are the different tasks, and in order for you to be able to get to the next one, you want to make sure that this task right here is basically, that's, as an organizer, you want to make sure that all of those are filled. So there, and keep in mind, each one of these is connected to the next. Okay, no matter what project you have, this right here, everything that you do here is gonna enhance what happens here. Because keep in mind, you're gonna have to fill these up in order to knock the next one over, in order to knock the next one over, and each one of these is basically you're knocking out one task after the next, and each task is like almost like a flow chart. And you're actually going to the next domino, and let's just get a good case in point. Okay, say for instance, you've got this right here, and you've got, let's make it my circles are not going to be very symmetric, but that's okay. That's all right. So you have 6 of these, and the next domino behind it might be a 3 domino. Doesn't matter whether it's you can organize it to where the lower ones are up front. It doesn't matter how you want to organize it. Oops, let me undo that because I think the 3 dominoes are like this. You can tell that I haven't played dominoes in a while. Okay, let's just make sure that I'm on the right, because I think 3. Let's see, it would be 3 on one side, 4 on the other. Let's just do it that way. Because you see, I haven't played in quite some time. 3 right here, and and I meant to make that let's say that's a 2 and 4 domino or whatever. Let's make it a 3 and 4 on the other side, and let's make this a 4 domino right here. Like I said, I haven't played God in years. So we have a 3-4 domino right here. And let's make that a 2-5 domino right here, and these could be your task. These could be, basically it doesn't, we'll make that a 3-5 domino and a 3-4 domino just for the sake of consistency, because these right here, let's fix these. Let me see what I got here. Let's get rid of these right here. Oops, I meant to do a cut and paste. That's all right. We'll just erase it and make life a little harder here. Let's just do this. And get rid of that and delete that. Okay, let's cut that out. Okay, now let's make this a 3-5 domino. Keep in mind, my dominoes are really bad, but this will help you out with project management, or just keeping tasks in order for filling up that cube. Man, that's a really bad domino. It looks like something Dr. Seuss in his worst nightmares would see. Okay, now say this could be a prioritized task at the bottom. And the upper one could be instead of prioritized, the upper one could be it could be like these dominoes lead to here, and then, you fill these up in order to make these happen. So this one right here could be, let's just make this, because I'm going to try to make this video really, really short or shorter. That could be the first, oops, we don't need to do that. Let's get a good line here. Okay, all right, let's do this. So this task needs to get filled up first. And then it leads to this task right here. And then this task. And then the water flows downhill. Down to here. And it fills this task. And then all of a sudden, this task, because the water's continually flowing, so it goes to this task, and say you're just filling up this domino by the task that you have, but say this first domino might be sales, okay, and you're filling this one up for everything that needs to be done with sales, or it could be manufacturing. It doesn't necessarily mean what it is. You don't have to you don't have to particularly say that this is based upon just sales. It could be an investment. Like you could say, okay, I'm going to put X amount of dollars into this investment. Or before you even do that, you could say, I'm going to research this investment right here, and The PE ratio has to be good. I want to make sure that, depending on the interest rates and sentiment of the market, then you go down to here and say, okay, where's the supply and demand been trading at? What could happen on, this is all your research. How's it been trading in the past? What's the volatility? Are there options on it? And this will give you, the ways to fill up this first domino before you get to this domino. Okay, it could be going on a vacation. You could say, okay, in order to go on this vacation, I have to clean the house. I have to make sure there's enough money. I have to, convince my significant other before I get to this next part. The next part could be, okay, now I've got to find out where I want to go. I want to, I have to, make sure that I call work. I have to, and so you're filling up this next one. Then you knock over the next domino. The next domino could be, okay, now I've got my destination. Now I've got to research where the hotel's at. And these are all different tasks that lead to the inevitable. Let's see if I can do this. It lead to the inevitable, which I'm trying to get a lot of our folk to think about on a grand scale.